Hello students, I welcome you all to today's session. I hope all of you are doing perfect at your places. Today's topic is physical and chemical changes. Learning objectives, physical and chemical properties, physical changes, chemical changes, rusting of iron and its prevention, reversible and irreversible processes, crystallization, difference between a physical and a chemical change. Now we come across many changes in our everyday life, and the setting of sun, growth of trees, burning of wood, curding of milk, tearing of paper, different shapes of moon, falling of leaves, etc. Broadly, all changes can be divided into physical changes and chemical changes. Before understanding the physical and chemical changes, we should understand the physical and chemical properties, reversible and irreversible changes. तो basically इस chapter में हम बहुत सारे changes के बारे में पढ़ने वाले हैं, जिनमें से कुछ आपके reversible होते हैं और कुछ आपके irreversible होते हैं. Beginning with the physical and chemical properties. Properties like shape, size, color and state of a substance are called its physical properties. For example, when a sheet of paper is folded, its shape changes. The internal properties such as reactivity with other chemicals of substance are known as the chemical properties. For example, curd is the product of milk, but the internal properties of milk and the curd are completely different. तो पहला आपका आता है physical properties, जिसमें आप जब कुछ change देखते हो तो सिर्फ physical changes आपको देखने को मिलते हैं. Then comes your chemical properties, जिसमें आपका changes में chemically कुछ change होता है. जैसे आपकी दही जमती वो आपके दूध से ही है, लेकिन जो आपका फाइनल प्रोडक्ट होता है, यानी कि पहला इनिशियल प्रोडक्ट दूध, फाइनल प्रोडक्ट दही, दोनों की कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स में आपको पूरा स्टार्क डिफरेंस दिखेगा. Now comes the reversible and irreversible processes. Processes which can be reversed are called reversible. For example, folded sheet of paper can be unfolded, and processes which cannot be reversed are called irreversible. For example, when milk turns into curd, it cannot be changed back to the milk. सो आपके बिल्कुल बेसिक डिफरेंस है. जिन चेंजेस को आप इनिशियल पोजीशन पे लाके खड़ा कर सकते हो, रिवर्स कर सकते हो, वो रिवर्सिबल में आते हैं. जैसे पेपर को फोल्ड कर दोगे, वापस अनफोल्ड कर दीजिए, सेम पेपर बन जाएगा. फिर आते हैं इरिवर्सिबल चेंजेस, इनको आप चेंज नहीं कर सकते. एक बार दूध की दही जम गई, उस दही से फिर आप दूध नहीं बना सकते हैं. सो दिस इज इरिवर्सिबल चेंज. Now we will discuss the physical and chemical changes. Starting with the physical changes, a change in which only the physical properties such as shape, size, color or state of any substance are changed and no new substance is formed is called a physical change. Most of the physical changes are reversible. For example, tearing of a paper, stretching a rubber band, melting of ice, etc. अब ज़्यादातर जो आपके physical changes होते हैं, इसमें सिर्फ appearance change होता है, वो आपके temporary changes में आते हैं और वो reverse हो सकते हैं. Now let's do an activity to observe a physical change with the help of a chalk dust. Crush some pieces of chalk into dust, add a little water to it and make a thick paste. Roll this paste into the shape of a chalk piece. Keep it under the fan for 30 minutes for drying. What do you get? You will get back the chalk with its original properties. Therefore, it is the physical change. अब chalk कर लीजिए, पाउडर में कन्वर्ट करिए, उसको वापस से पेस्ट बनाइए, थोड़ी देर के लिए chalk का शेप देखिए, 30 मिनट के लिए पंखे के नीचे रखिए, वापस से वो सेम chalk बन जाएगा with the same property. So this is a physical change, reversible change. Let's see certain examples of physical changes. Number one, dissolution of solid in a liquid. Sugar is sweet, it dissolves in water easily. A solution of sugar also tastes sweet. That is, the sugar in dissolution does not lose its basic properties. Solution of sugar, when concentrated by heating and then cooled, gives back the crystals of sugar. These crystals also taste sweet, and thus the sugar, the original substance, is recovered from the solution by a simple method. Therefore, the dissolution of sugar in water is a physical and the reversible change. तो आप पानी में जब चीनी को मिला देते हैं तो पानी मीठा भी हो जाता है, शुगर का टेस्ट जो होता है वो भी इंटैक्ट रहता है. इसी को थोड़ा हीट करिए, वापस से कूल डाउन कर दीजिए, आपको शुगर के क्रिस्टल्स भी वापस मिल जाएंगे. तो ये आपका फिजिकल एंड रिवर्सिबल चेंज है. नाउ then you have the melting of wax. In melting, only the state of the wax changes from solid to liquid. Solid wax can be obtained from the molten wax, and this is an example of physical and reversible change. The melting of ice into water is also a physical and reversible change. In melting, only the state of water changes. Water can be changed into ice and vice versa, and this is an example of physical and reversible change. तो ice से आप पानी बना सकते हो, उसी पानी को आप freeze कर देंगे, वापस से ice बन जाएगा. Again, this is an example of physical and reversible change. And then freezing of water. After freezing, water changes into ice. In this change, there is only the change in the state of water. Water can be obtained back from the ice by melting, and this is a physical and reversible change. Again, पानी से आप ice बना सकते हो, ice से आप वापस से पानी बना सकते हो. And so all these are examples of your physical and reversible changes. Now there is an activity to observe a physical change with the help of ice cubes. Take a few ice cubes in a beaker, keep them in open for 4 to 5 minutes. What do you observe? You will observe that ice, which was solid, changes into water, liquid. there is a change in the state of ice from solid to liquid. Now pour this water back into the ice tray and keep it in the freezer for 30 minutes. What do you get? You will get back the ice. And therefore it is a physical change. तो इस एक्टिविटी से पहले आप आइस को बाहर निकालेंगे, वो लिक्विड में कन्वर्ट हो जाएगा, इसी लिक्विड को आप फ्रीज कर देंगे, वापस से वो आइस में कन्वर्ट हो जाएगा. So this is again the example or an activity to showcase you or exhibit to you the physical and reversible changes. Now change of water into water vapor, vaporization. Vapor is another state of water. Water can be obtained after condensation of vapor, and this is a physical and reversible change. When change of water into water or vapor into water, which is condensation, water can be changed into vapor again by the process of vaporization, and this is again a physical and a reversible change. Stretching of a rubber band. In this change, only the size of the rubber band changes. The rubber band comes back to its original shape and size. Once it is released, this is a physical and रिवर्सिबल चेंज. तो ये सारे के सारे आपके रिवर्सिबल और फिजिकल चेंजेस के एग्जांपल्स हैं. Now let's see the certain characteristics of a physical change. Only a physical properties of the substance are changed. No new substance is formed. Temporary and reversible. None or very small amount of energy is either absorbed or evolved. फिजिकल अपीयरेंस में चेंज आता है, कोई नया सब्सटेंस इसमें बनता नहीं है, एंड इट इज ऑलवेज और मैक्सिमम केसेस में आपका टेम्पररी और रिवर्सिबल रहता है. Then comes the process of crystallization. The common salt is obtained by the evaporation of seawater, but crystals of common salt are very small. When a small crystal of common salt is left dipped in the saturated solution of common salt for some time, a big crystal of common salt is obtained. Formation of big and pure crystals of a substance from its saturated solution is called crystallization. क्रिस्टलाइजेशन इज एन एग्जाम्पल ऑफ द फिजिकल चेंज. तो आपका क्रिस्टलाइजेशन होता है जिसमें फॉर एग्जाम्पल आपके जो सॉल्ट के क्रिस्टल्स भी आपके देखे जाते हैं, वो भी आपके इवेपोरेशन की वजह से होते हैं, जहाँ पे पानी इवेपोरेट कर जाता है सारा का सारा, नीचे बच जाता है आपके सॉल्ट के क्रिस्टल्स. Now chemical changes, a change in which composition and chemical properties of a substance are changed is called a chemical change. During a chemical change, one or more new substances are formed. तो chemical change आपका क्या होता है? It is generally reversible. नया substance भी form होता है और chemical properties भी इसमें changed होती हैं. Now the properties of the new substance formed are different from those of the original substance. Chemical changes occur only under proper conditions. Most of the chemical changes are irreversible. For example, when carbon is burnt, carbon dioxide is produced. Carbon dioxide has properties entirely different from those of carbon. So the burning of carbon is a chemical change. In all chemical changes, at least one of the following can be noticed: evolution of heat, production of sound, change in color, change in smell, evolution of gas. तो जब भी किसी भी ऑब्जेक्ट में आपका केमिकल चेंज होगा, इन पांचों में से एक या पांचों के पांचों भी चेंजेस आपको देखने को मिल सकते हैं. हीट निकलेगा, साउंड रिलीज होगा, कलर में चेंज हो सकता है, नया प्रॉपर्टी बनता है, नया सब्सटेंस भी आपका फॉर्म होता है. Now let's see the importance of chemical changes. Chemical changes are very important in our life as they give rise to the formation of new substances. These are the base of every type of reaction in our daily life. Breathing and oxidation of food, digestion, circulation, excretion, photosynthesis, etc. All life processes are the examples of the chemical changes. So respiration भी जो होता है, this is also an example of your chemical change. Now let's see certain examples of chemical changes. Number one is rusting of iron. When iron objects are exposed into air and moisture, humid air, they are covered with a brown powdery layer called the rust. The formation of rust on the surface of iron is called the rusting of iron. Here the composition and properties of the rust are different from those of iron. Rust cannot be converted back into iron by simple physical methods. So rusting of iron is a chemical change. तो जब जंग लग जाता है लोहे पे, वो भी आपका chemical change का example होता है, क्योंकि rust में आपकी iron की कोई properties नहीं होती है और rust को आप वापस iron में convert भी नहीं कर सकते हैं. Then the burning of a candle. Candles are made from wax and a cotton thread called the wick. When the candle burns, the molten wax rises through the cotton thread and undergoes combustion to produce carbon dioxide and water vapor. The cotton thread gets charged to black mass. Heat and light energies are given out during the burning of a candle, and it is impossible or it is not possible to recover either the burnt wax or the thread in the original form. Therefore, the burning of a candle is a chemical change. जब आपकी मोमबत्ती आप जला के रखोगे, धीरे धीरे उसका विक खराब होगा, जलता जाएगा, वैक्स आपकी मेल्ट होगी, ये सारे के सारे आपके क्या है? केमिकल चेंजेस है. एटलीस्ट उस वैक्स से उस टाइम पे आप सेम कैंडल तो नहीं बना सकते. And did you know melting of wax and burning of wax are different kinds of changes? Burning of wax is a chemical change while melting of wax is a physical change. Burning of wax is irreversible while melting of wax is reversible process. Thus burning of a candle exhibits both a physical and chemical change at the same time. तो melting of wax जो होता है ये आपके कुछ cases में chemical changes का example भी show करता है and कुछ cases में physical changes को भी exhibit करता है. Now, reaction between vinegar and baking soda. Vinegar is an acid, acetic acid. The chemical name of baking soda is sodium hydrogen carbonate. When vinegar reacts with baking soda, it gives carbon dioxide. A hissing sound is produced because of the production of carbon dioxide. Acetic acid, vinegar CH3COOH plus sodium hydrogen carbonate, baking soda NaHCO. 3 gives out sodium acetate CH2COONA plus carbon dioxide CO2 plus water which is H2O. In this case a new substance carbon dioxide is formed and this reaction is irreversible. तो यहाँ पर आपका जहाँ पे विनेगर और बेकिंग सोडा को मिक्स किया जाता है, मिक्स करते ही एक हिस टाइप की साउंड आती है बिकॉज ऑफ द प्रोडक्शन ऑफ कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड और यहाँ पे भी आपका नया सब्सटेंस फॉर्म होता है. Hence this is a chemical change. Then reaction between lime water and carbon dioxide. When carbon dioxide is passed through lime water, calcium hydroxide, it turns milky. This is due to formation of calcium carbonate. Water is also formed in this reaction. Again, calcium hydroxide, lime water plus carbon dioxide gives out calcium carbonate, turns lime water milky plus water. Here a new substance calcium carbonate is formed and this is again irreversible. Now let's do an activity. Aim to observe the formation of a new substance on adding baking soda to vinegar. The procedure is to take about 2 ml of vinegar in a test tube, add a pinch of baking soda to it. What do you observe? You will hear a hissing sound and see bubbles of gas coming out of the test tube. Passing this gas through freshly prepared lime water and observe what happens. You will observe that lime water turns milky. Inference: when baking soda is added to vinegar, carbon dioxide gas is passed through lime water and lime water turns milky due to the formation of calcium carbonate. Another new substance is formed. This change can be represented as vinegar plus baking soda gives out carbon dioxide plus other substances, or carbon dioxide plus lime water gives out calcium carbonate plus the water which is H2O. So this entire activity will also show you how does the mixing of two different kinds of substances forms a new substance altogether with new properties also. The burning of magnesium ribbon. This is also a kind of chemical and irreversible change. So magnesium ribbon burns with a dazzling light in air and forms magnesium oxide. The ash of magnesium oxide gives magnesium hydroxide when mixed with water. Solution of magnesium hydroxide turns blue litmus paper red and this shows its basic characteristics. So magnesium ribbon plus oxygen from the air gives out magnesium oxide. तो magnesium ribbon को थोड़ी देर के लिए अगर आप हवा में सस्पेंड कर दोगे वो अपने आप ही आग पकड़ लेता है. Again, this is what? This is again a kind of chemical and irreversible change. So magnesium oxide plus water gives out magnesium hydroxide. These are chemical changes as new substances are formed after change and original substances cannot be retrieved by simple physical processes. तो आपके जो chemical changes में नए substances बनते हैं with new properties altogether, इनको simple physical processes से आप वापस से retrieve यानी कि reverse नहीं कर सकते हैं. Let's do an activity. Aim to observe the formation of a new substance on heating a magnesium ribbon and then adding water to it. Procedure: take a small piece of magnesium ribbon, clean its tip by rubbing it with a sandpaper, hold it with a pair of tongs over the flame of a burner. What do you observe? You will observe that red litmus paper turns blue and blue litmus paper remains as it is. This shows that solution obtained is basic in nature. Inference: magnesium oxide on dissolving in water forms magnesium hydroxide, which is a new substance. Thus it is a chemical change and this change is represented as magnesium ribbon plus oxygen gives out magnesium oxide. Magnesium oxide plus water gives out magnesium hydroxide. And note, this experiment should be performed by the teacher or under the supervision of the teacher only, and there's a caution sign also. Starting or staring at a burning magnesium ribbon for long is harmful for the eyes. Use glasses to look at it. तो ये पूरा procedure जब आप करोगे, then you will start to notice that whenever two kinds of compounds or chemicals are combined together, then always a new kind of property or a new kind of substance is formed with altogether new kinds of properties present in it. But there's a caution, या तो ये टीचर करेगी या तो ये आपको किसी सुपरविजन में ही करना है. और बहुत देर तक जब आप इस वाइट डार्जलिंग लाइट को देखते हो या बर्निंग ऑफ मैग्नीशियम को देखते हो तो आंखों के लिए वो खराब हो सकता है. तो ऑलवेज यूज योर glasses. Now, did you know when something is burnt, many new substances, especially carbon dioxide, are formed? Once burnt, the ash of the new substance cannot be turned into the original substance. Hence, burning of anything is a chemical and irreversible change. Now, reaction between soluble of copper sulfate and iron. Copper sulfate solution is blue in color. When an iron nail or shaving blade is left in copper sulfate solution for some time, the color of the solution changes from blue to pale green. This happens because of the formation of the iron sulfate. Additionally, a layer of brown copper gets deposited over the iron nail or blade. Again, in this reaction also, we cannot get back the copper sulfate by any physical method, and thus it is a chemical reaction. Factopedia, copper sulfate is also known as the blue vitriol, and this equation, the copper sulfate which is blue in color plus iron gives out iron sulfate solution which is green in color plus copper which is brown deposit. और इस chemical change के बाद भी आप इसको reverse नहीं कर सकते हो because you cannot get the black copper back. Now the activity aim to observe the formation of a new substance on putting an iron nail in copper sulfate solution. The procedure is take water in the test tube, dissolve a spoonful of copper sulfate, blue vitriol or Neela Totha in it. Add a few drops of dilute sulfuric acid to it. What do you get? You will get blue colored solution. Divide the solution into two equal parts. To the second part, drop an iron nail and leave it for 30 minutes. Compare the color of the solution with the second part of the solution and you will observe that the blue color of the solution changes to green color. Also, a brown colored layer gets deposited on the iron nail. Inference, copper sulfate solution is blue in color. It changes to green color due to the formation of a new substance, that is iron sulfate, and the brown deposit on the iron nail is of copper. Another new substance, hence this is a chemical change, and this change can be represented as copper sulfate CuSO4 which is blue in color plus iron which is Fe grey in color gives out iron sulfate FeSO4 which is green in color plus copper Cu which is brown in color. Again, this is the entire concept of your chemical and irreversible changes. At the end of this also you will see that a new substance is formed with new properties chemically. Now you have the characteristics of chemical changes. New substances with different properties are formed, permanent and irreversible. Relatively a larger amount of energy is either absorbed or evolved. तो आपका हमेशा chemical change में नया substance form होगा, heat evolve होगी, energy release होगी, and आपका heat या तो evolve होगा या फिर absorb होगा. Now check yourself, and these questions you have to answer on your own. Now let's see the differences between a physical and a chemical change. Physical change, on a physical change, only physical properties such as color, physical state, shape, etc. are changed. Chemical properties remain unchanged. No new substance is formed. The original form of the substance can be obtained easily by simple physical methods. It is a temporary change and can be easily reversed by reversing the conditions. Energy is neither evolved nor absorbed. Then comes the chemical change. In a chemical change, the chemical composition and chemical properties of the reacting substances undergo change. One or more new substances are formed. The original substances cannot be obtained by simple physical methods, and it is a permanent change and cannot be reversed by just reversing the conditions. Energy is either evolved or absorbed. So basic आपको दोनों में जो differences हैं physical change में वो ये है कि आपका chemical properties change नहीं होती हैं. केमिकल चेंज में केमिकल प्रॉपर्टीज आपकी चेंज होंगी एंड इट इज ऑलवेज एंड मैक्सिमम टाइम्स ये आपका इरिवर्सिबल होता है. फिजिकल चेंज आपका रिवर्सिबल होता है. Now, rusting of iron and its prevention. What is rusting of iron? When an iron object is left in an open space for some time, it is covered with a brown layer. Deposition of the brown layer on iron is called rusting, in which new substance is formed. The chemical structure of iron and rust are completely different, and rust is iron oxide. Iron is a grey-black material while rust is reddish-brown. Thus, rusting is a chemical and irreversible change. Iron plus water plus oxygen from the damp air gives out iron oxide rust which is Fe2O3. तो आपके जितना भी iron products होते हैं उसमें जब आपका रस्टिंग हो जाती है इन द प्रेजेंस ऑफ ऑक्सीजन एंड वाटर, नया सब्सटेंस रस्ट फॉर्म हो जाता है और रस्ट की कलर, अपीयरेंस, केमिकल प्रॉपर्टीज आयन से बिल्कुल अलग होती हैं. Now, when articles made of iron come in contact with the moisture present in air, iron is converted into iron oxide, that is rust, in due course as all the iron slowly turns into the rust, and this is the corrosion of iron. अब धीरे धीरे क्या होता है, एक पार्ट पे पहले जंग लगना शुरू होता है, सेम कंडीशंस अगर थ्रू आउट रहेंगी तो धीरे धीरे पूरा आयन आपका खराब होने लग जाएगा, जिसे बोलते हैं corrosion of iron. Now, mind-boggling. Why do objects made of copper develop a greenish layer on them during rainy season? This question you have to answer on your own. Now let's see how to prevent rusting. For rusting, both water and oxygen should come in contact with iron. If any one of these is prevented to come in contact with iron, rusting can be prevented. Following methods are used to prevent the rusting of iron. Number one is painting. Articles such as iron gates, grill etc. are painted at regular intervals of time. अब आपका पानी और ऑक्सीजन ये दोनों चीजें मिलती है तब रस्टिंग होता है. एक भी चीज को आप रोक दोगे तो आपका जंग नहीं लगेगा. पहला प्रोसेस है पेंटिंग का. पेंटिंग आप कर दोगे, पानी डायरेक्टली पहुंच नहीं पाएगा, ऑक्सीजन भी नहीं मिल पाएगा. Then applying layer of grease. Applying a layer of grease prevents the iron articles from coming in contact with moist air. This prevents rusting. That is why grease is applied over the chain of bicycle and also over many machine parts. Then galvanization. In the process of galvanization, a layer of non-reactive metal such as zinc is deposited over iron articles. The layer of non-reactive metal prevents the iron articles from coming in contact with the moisture. Thus, it prevents rusting. Water pipes of iron are galvanized to prevent rusting. फिर galvanization होती है, आयन के ऊपर एक नॉन मेटल लगा दिया जाता है जो कि नॉन रिएक्टिव होता है अगर पानी या ऑक्सीजन के कांटेक्ट में आया तो भी. Then last is the alloying. Corrosion of iron can be prevented by alloying it with the other metals such as nickel, chromium, etc. For example, stainless steel, which does not rust, is an alloy of iron with nickel, chromium and manganese. Similarly, Alnico used in permanent magnets is an alloy of aluminum, nickel and cobalt. फिर आपके alloys बनाए जाते हैं. दो metals या दो non metals या एक metal एक non metal का mixture से आपके substances बनाए जाते हैं. जैसे stainless steel हो गया. इनमें क्या होता है, इसमें आपका rusting by default नहीं लगती है या at least जल्दी तो नहीं लगती है. Now there is a glimpse of the chapter. Physical change, a temporary reversible change in which no new substance is formed. Chemical change, a permanent irreversible change in which a new substance is formed. Crystallization, the process of obtaining crystals of a substance from its impure saturated solution. Then comes the rust, a reddish brown powdery substance coated on iron articles when exposed to moist air. Rusting of iron, formation of rust on the surface of iron. Then corrosion of iron when iron turns into rust. And then the summarization, time to recall. In a physical change, only physical properties of a substance are changed and no new substance is formed. Physical changes are temporary and can be reversed by simple methods. Energy is neither evolved nor absorbed during a physical change. Crystallization is a physical change. In this process, a substance can be obtained in pure state from its solution. In a chemical change, a chemical composition and properties of the reacting substances are changed. In a chemical change, one or more new substances are formed. Then chemical changes are permanent and cannot be reversed by simple methods. Energy is either evolved or absorbed during a chemical change. Rusting of iron is a chemical change. Rusting corrodes the metal that results in a great loss. And there are many methods to prevent iron from rusting, such as painting, applying layer of grease, galvanization, alloying, etc. So this entire chapter dealt with the concept of chemical and physical changes and the rusting of iron and how do we prevent the rusting of iron. With this, we are done with this chapter. Go through the chapter once again properly and the exercise questions, please do it yourselves.